My neighbor stole packages for years. The glitter bomb I created ended her marriage and went viral. I never planned to become the neighborhood vigilante, but after watching my elderly neighbor cry over her stolen heart medication, something in me snapped. For 2 years, our suburban cul-de-sac had been terrorized by a package thief so brazen she'd sometimes wave at security cameras while stealing deliveries. Henson knew it was Melissa from number 27 Pert, a 40-something woman with a designer handbag collection that mysteriously grew despite her husband's modest income as a high school teacher. We can't prove it's her, the police said after my third report. The footage is too grainy and she always wears sunglasses and a hat. That's when I decided to take matters into my own hands. Not with violence or confrontation. I am a mechanical engineer after all. We solve problems differently. First I installed a new doorbell camera, but not the obvious one everyone could see. I placed a decoy camera at standard height and then installed the real one inside a decorative wreath positioned perfectly to capture faces. Next came the bait. I spent a weekend creating what looked like an expensive electronics package Pirdo, complete with Apple logos and rush delivery stickers. End played, however, was my masterpiece. A spring-loaded glitter bomb connected to a small battery-powered fan, all sitting atop a container of fish oil capsules I'd carefully punctured. The package also contained 3 Bluetooth trackers and a small speaker program to announce PPKage Thea every 3 minutes once the box was opened. I placed my creation on my doorstep at 8:15 a.m., exactly when Melissa's husband left for work and she began her morning walk around the neighborhood. Through my phone, I watched her approach my porch, looking around suspiciously before grabbing the package. She actually did a little victory shimmy before hurrying home with my trap. 20 minutes later, I heard a distant scream followed by what sounded like furniture being knocked over. My neighbor across the street texted, "Et pretty?" Melissa just threw open all her windows. What's that noise coming from her house? The chaos that followed exceeded my wildest expectations. Pretendly, Melissa had opened the package in her pristine white living room, directly above her prized cream-colored Persian rug. The glitter explosion was followed by the fish oil mist, creating a sparkly, foul-smelling disaster that would be nearly impossible to clean. The PPKage Thea announcements led her husband Pert, who had forgotten his lunch and returned home Pert directly to the scene of the crime, where he found his wife covered in glitter, surrounded by empty Amazon boxes she'd been hiding in their attic. By evening, the story had spread throughout our neighborhood. By the next day, my doorbell footage had been shared with local police, who finally had clear evidence. 3 days later, it hit the local news within a week. It had gone viral nationally. Melissa's husband filed for divorce after discovering she'd been selling stolen items online for years. The police found over $7,000 worth of unopened packages in their garage. 5 neighbors pressed charges. I felt a twinge of guilt watching the moving truck arrive at number 27 a month later, until I saw my elderly neighbor finally receiving her heart medication without fear. Sometimes I still find glitter in my workshop where I built the device. It makes me smile every time, because while revenge might not be the most mature response, sometimes a little engineering creativity is exactly what justice needs. The neighborhood pitched in to buy me a Security Compultant of the Year trophy. It sits on my mantle next to a small jar of glitter Pert, a reminder that sometimes the most effective solutions come in sparkly packages.